Dyer's mid-tower's having technical difficulties. Ban somebody. Five seconds. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. You're up. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. Your pick.
I shall see what they have in store. With pleasure.
Better get ready.
Curious. Interesting. I see. Absolutely. Indeed. Very good. I understand. Interesting. Such
30 seconds to go.
Yes.
precious blood. I've been wanting to say that since this all began.
First time for
What's over
everything.
there?
And here we go.
What a test this shall be.
High hopes for this one.
As it pleases me. Yes. Excellent idea. What's over there? I agree. Prepare to be tested. Absolutely. Indeed. Test your... I'm under attack. Suffer my sorcery.
Nothing for your troubles.
This will be fun. Your attempt was pathetic. Interesting. Curious. I understand. The sorcerer stings. What's over there? This. Oh. With pleasure. Interesting. Absolutely. As it pleases me. Yes. Stop it. What's over there? Excellent idea. Face the Magus. Such fascinating images. I agree. I'm under attack. Eat that. I see. With pleasure. Yes. Attack. Interesting. Curious.
A moment of silence for the Dyer's courier.
Absolutely. Indeed. Up and down. Yes.
This would be more distant.
Now, what did I learn from that? I understand.
Oh, no.
Very good. Excellent. I agree. Cast asunder. Indeed. Upend. Bring it on. I'm under attack. Suffer my sorcery. Absolutely. With pleasure. I see. Interesting. Mind the drop. Such fascinating. There's a trick.
Too bad no breaking down radiant structures like this.
I can't wait to see what will happen next. What's over there? Yes.
Someone took out the
Yes. What's over there? Interesting. Very good. Curious. I agree. Absolutely. I see. Interesting. Excellent idea. As it pleases me. I understand. With pleasure. Eat dirt. Absolutely. What's over there? Such fascinating images. Yes. Indeed.
Your men now couldn't do it too well.
Such fascinating images. Interesting. I agree. As it pleases me. Very good. With pleasure. I understand.
Somebody's cooking.
Almost trust you.
Their life.
Curious. Yes. What's over there? Indeed. Absolutely. Absolute. I'm under attack. Excellent idea. I see. Attack. Yes.
That's 4 in a row.
Just ends.
Indeed. With pleasure.
Have fun trying to bust down radiant structures now. Hate to be your mid-tower right about now. Your mid-tower's coming apart. Your mid-tower needs a little help.
Yes.
Your mid-tower's in a bit of a bind.
Interesting. My sauce. No. As it pleases.
Too down.
Onto the field.
Your mid-tower ain't doing too well.
Absolutely. I understand. Attack.
5 in a row.
Pleasure. Excellent idea. Indeed. Curious. I agree. What's over there? I see. Such fascinating energies. What's over there? As it pleases. Indeed.
Hate to be your mid-tower right about now.
Absolutely. I'm under attack.
No breaking through the dire structures for now. bottom tower
You
here.
need to give it Vegas. I understand.
Might want to check your bottom tower.
Curious.
I'll find dark purpose.
Almost feel bad for your top tower.
Very good. Absolutely. I think I'll flex a bit.
Radiant structures must have been fortified. Your mid tower needs a little help.
Pleasure. I see. Observatory. Interesting.
Your mid tower's still apart. That'll help you keep an eye on things.
The few new ideas.
Go on, kid.
Yes. Interesting.
The other fellas disown their bottom tower.
Excellent idea. Yes. Potatoes. In regeneration. Absolutely. Interesting. Discovered power. Yes. Indeed. Very good. Excellent idea. Is it pleases?
Your mid tower. Somebody's on a roll. Two down. Your top tower's there goes your top tower.
I'm coming, friends. Wait for me. I see. Silence.
Your mid tower's coming apart.
Absolutely. I almost feel bad. A challenge.
Your mid tower's gone.
Under attack. Interesting. With pleasure. What's over there? What's over there? Bring it on!
Gold!
Yes. Very good. Yes. Interesting.
This is not happening!
Such fascinating images. I believe.
Somebody's on the roll. No more.
Vegas returns.
Just a little setback.
Indeed. If it pleases me.
There goes one of the other fellas mid-towers.
Curious. I see.
Your bottom tower's in a tight spot.
What's over there?
Your bottom tower's
I
toast.
understand.
Wish there was better news.
Pleasure. Excellent idea. Absolutely. Interesting. Try me. Absolutely. Bravery. What's over there? Absolutely. Interesting. I understand. Excellent idea. Absolutely. Such fascinating images. Yes. Very good. Interesting. I'm under attack. This will be fun. Apply yourself. Indeed. Does it please?
I remain perfectly collected.
Dire structures looking fortified. The other fella's top tower had a little accident.
So, that was death. Interesting. Very good. That should help. I agree.
I'll take that.
What's over there? Suffer my sorcery. Illusion. I see. What's over there? Absolutely. As it pleases me. Yes. Excellent idea. Such fascinating energy. Interesting. Interesting. I understand. Indeed. Absolutely. With pleasure. What's over there? I see. What's over there? Indeed. Excellent
Both teams
idea.
biding their time.
I agree.
I'll just let you
Welcome.
Two down.
I understand. With pleasure.
The other fella's lost a mid tower.
As it pleases me. Curious. Exotic. Ha! Absolutely. Such fascinating images. Indeed. Yes. With pleasure. Into excellent idea. Indeed. Interesting. Yes. With pleasure. I agree. I see. Now this.
Something bad's happened to the radiant. Somebody's cooking.
What's over there? I understand. Interesting.
That one fit the definition of monster to me.
Curious. Indeed. Such fascinating images. Absolutely. With pleasure. Yes. She's a beast. Absolutely. What's over there? Yes. Such fascinating images. With pleasure. I see. I understand. As it pleases me.
6 in a row.
What's over there? This should come in handy. Absolutely. What's over there? I agree. Interesting. Yes. Yes. Excellent idea.
Some pains can never be reversed.
Interesting. Absolutely. Interesting. Excellent idea. Indeed. Such fascinating images. Yes. With pleasure. The scepter of divinity. What's over there? With pleasure. Interesting.
The wise will fear them.
Very good. I see. There's a
Immortality.
curious.
Two down.
Absolutely. Behold. Curious.
The Dire went and fortified their structures.
Such.
The other fellows couldn't save their top tower.
What's over there? If it pleases me. With pleasure. Indeed. Interesting.
The wind is almost enough.
I understand. I see. Excellent idea.
Throw me back!
Titus. I'll not be discouraged.
Gold!
I agree. Yes. With pleasure. Interesting. Very good. Indeed. What's over there? Interesting. Excellent idea. With pleasure. Such fascinating energy. I understand. It's not time yet. Absolutely. Curious. With pleasure.
Easier than shedding creeps.
Test your metal. Very good. I agree. Yes. I see. As it pleases me. Indeed.
The other fella's bottom tower's gone for good.
I understand. Into dirt. With pleasure. Indeed. Yes. Curious. Such fascinating. Try it. I see. Not yet. Very good. Interesting. What's over there? Absolutely. If it pleases. What's over there? Absolutely.
Illusion.
Just got stung by the radiant.
Mortality.
With pleasure. Absolutely. Yes. Curious. With pleasure. What's over there? Such fascinating images. As it pleases me. Attack. Suffer. I'm under attack. Absolutely. Is this
That's 4 in a row. How about that?
Nova! I resist.
Excellent idea.
Now that. That top tower of yours ain't doing so good. Somebody's on a roll.
Nature. Red.
The search for blood begins.
Sunshine.
Master of the Dark Arts. The Darkling Seer.
Time to ban. Five seconds. Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds. You're up.
The spider comes. Yes.
Places, everyone.
Yes. Silk Road beckons. Yes. In my web, your eyes deceive you. See no evil. Was that a twitch on my web? Yes. Yes, indeed. Mother comes.
30 seconds to showtime.
Skittering. A silken path. Quickly.
And they're off.
Stretching my legs. The hunt starts now. Smooth as silk. I stalk my prey. My web twitches.
Oh, good.
Yes. Barely a snack. Quickly. Yes. Yes, indeed. Mother come, I cast my web. Smooth as silk. Was that a twitch on my web? The Silk Road beckons. Skittering. Home, sweet home. Yes. Yes. Mother says no. Attack. Yes.
Looks like we lost one. Someone's dropped out like a kid in school.
Stretching my legs. Puncture. I stalk my prey. Yes. A silken path. The Silk Road beckons. A silken path. I stalk my prey. But I'll just wrap this up for later. Yes, indeed.
No use crying over spilled blood.
Was that a twitch on my
I thought I saw that in the forecast.
Had to happen.
motherless cur? Not for you.
Somebody iced the Dyer's courier. The other fella's aiming to wreck your bottom tower.
Who dares tug my web? I'm under attack. Yes. 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 Quickly. Yes. I advance.
Sorry to disappoint.
Fed, entangled. Yes. I might need this eventually. Skittering. Smooth as silk. Caught. Mother comes. Empty calories. Yes. Yes. Feel my phone. Yes. My palps are on the tingle. Smooth as silk. Was that a twitch on my web? A silken path. Quickly. The Silk Road beckons. Yes, indeed. Stretching my legs. Yes. Yes. Spider bite. I stalk my prey. Skittering. I advance. Pull the web over your eyes. My
Your mid tower needs little time. Your bottom tower ain't long for this one. This ought to be good.
Put double damage.
Hate to be your mid tower right about now. Your bottom tower ain't
Under attack. Nothing. Yes.
Safe word.
None shall spot the spider.
Dark light.
Oh, my prey.
Dazzle.
Yes. The Silk Road beckons. Mother comes.
Regeneration.
Mother is angry. I stalk my prey. Yes. Yes. A silken path. Smooth as silk.
They're meaning to smash that bottom tower of yours.
Skittering. Oh, my prey. Yes, indeed. Yes. Quickly. I'm still hungry. Attack. Stretching my legs. Yes, indeed. I'll just wrap this up for later. I stalk my prey double, damn it. Skittering. Yes. A silken path. Not yet. My web twitches. I cast my web. I might lie.
Somebody's cooking.
Yes.
Your mid tower needs a little help.
My brood makes food.
Your mid tower's in a bit of a bind.
Smooth as silk. Yes.
The other fella's top tower won't be making trouble.
Another attack. I advance. Was that a twitch on my web? Yes.
How about that?
My palps are the Silk Road beckons. Mother comes. Quickly. The Silk Road beckons. Time yet. Entangled. Yeah. I stalk my prey. Motherless curse. I will have your eyes to see.
Nothing left on the other fella's tower. How about that?
Feel my fangs. See no evil. Pull the web over your eyes.
Your bottom tower's in a tight spot.
Mother is angry.
How about that?
Was that there's a twitch on my web.
The other fella's aiming to wreck your bottom tower.
I advance.
Might want to get the bottom about that.
Spider light your door.
Can't do nothing about dire structures right now. Your top tower. The other fellow's bottom tower's done for. Showed him but good.
Quickly, I cast my web. The predators.
Silent. Dazzle.
The spider comes round again. Motherless cur. Spider bite. See no evil.
Regeneration.
The silk. Entangled. Mother comes.
Secret shop.
Stretching my
Your
legs.
top tower's getting all banged up.
My web twitches.
Your top tower's in trouble.
Sweet home. A silken may my web your eyes deceive you. Yes,
That's 4 in a row. 2 down.
yes. I cast
Almost feel bad for your top tower.
the web over your eyes.
Your top tower's getting all banged up.
Yes. Stretching my legs. I stalk my prey. I advance. Web of lies. Puncture.
The other fella's aiming to wreck your bottom tower.
My brood waits food home, sweet home.
Haste.
My web. Skittering. In my web, I'll just mine. Smooth as silk.
Hate to be your mid tower right about now.
Quickly. See no
Your
evil.
mid tower ain't doing too well. Ah, well. They're meaning to smash that bottom tower here. Radiant's gone and fortified their structures.
Death wrapped me up, but not for long. Was that a twitch on my web? Yes. My heart is full of tingle. None shall stop the spider.
Your top tower's hurting.
The Silk Road beckons.
2 down. Somebody's cooking.
I cast my web.
So much for your top tower. 2 down.
Sweet home. Fear no evil.
The other fella's
Mother
lost the mid tower.
yes, indeed. In my web, your eyes deceive you. Feel my fangs.
Your top tower's getting all banged up.
The Silk Road beckons.
Your top tower's hurting.
A golden thread.
Smooth as silk. A silken path.
Your bottom tower ain't long for this world.
Stuck my web.
Disown that bottom tower just now.
I have more lives than legs.
You ain't done.
Stretching my legs. I stalk my prey. In the web. Skittering. I'm not ready. Yes. Web of lies. I'm under attack.
Safe word.
Was that a twitch on my web? Oh, my prey. Mother, come. Pull the web over your eyes. Quickly. Yes. Attack. Pop home, sweet home. My web twitches.
Might want to check your bottom tower.
Yes. Lies. eyes.
They're meaning to smash that bottom tower of yours.
A silken path. Stretching my legs.
Your bottom tower ain't long for this world. No breaking down the radiant structures like this.
Smooth as silk. Yes. Mother comes.
Structures for now.
Dark light!
There goes one of the other fellas. There goes the other fellas mid-rags. Almost feel bad for your top tower. That top tower of yours ain't doing so good. Them dire buildings are tough as nails for now. Too bad about your top tower. Well, shoot. Your top tower's getting all banged up. Radiant structures must have been fortified. Tower's hurting. That's not right. Your top tower's in trouble. Not all. Lost.
My enemies will
Somebody's on the roll. Through there. Might want to do something over
your eyes of light.
I return from the land beyond.
There goes one of the other fellas mid-tower.
Motherless cur. I advance. I stalk my prey. Mother is angry. The Silk Road beckons. The Silk Road beckons. Yes, indeed. Skittering. Yes. Feeding time. Smooth as silk. I weave your fate. A silken path. Barely a snack. None shall stop the spider.
Might want to check the bottom tower.
See no evil. My pulse are all a tingle. Mother comes. Yes. I might need this eventually. Was that a twitch on my web? Yes. Stretching my legs. I advance.
Enough left for the other fella's mid-tower.
I
Your
stuck
top
my
rags is in
prey.
serious trouble.
Entangled.
Your top rags is hurting bad. The fine mess we got here.
Quickly. Yes. Yes. Regeneration. Pull the web over your eyes.
Your mid-tower's coming
Who
apart.
dares tug my web?
Radiant's toughened up their structures. Might want to do something about your top
Silken
rags.
path. Was that a twitch on my web?
Mid-tower's a bit of a bag.
Skittering.
Your mid-tower needs a little help. Your mid-tower's done for.
My web, your eyes may no evil. I stalk my prey. Haste! Stretching my legs. Mother comes. Yes.
Structures.
Gila susah banget. played it a couple of times, 5 matches, and he won 4 of them. So that's pretty impressive. Looking at some of the heroes for Gaming Gladiators, they tend to have like a smaller hero pool compared to EG. EG does have more heroes, especially coming out from position 5. Celery, so far in 10 matches, only played 3 heroes: Undying, Treant, and Io. Any hero that has a heal. I mean, this has been his niche, I would say. Playing only certain heroes, but playing it to perfection. When Enchantress was popular, like if you leave this hero, you knew that he's gonna pick it.
Yeah, it has the baseline of their drafts. Get yourselves those kind of mech and Holy Locket buyers. Get a 4-stack, get a Glimmer Cape. He'll be saving the cause all the way through that game. So Undying, not a big surprise there, like you say, one of his 3 heroes that he's been performing very well on. And Gaming Gladiators, meta bans, Broodmother and Lina. Big surprises there, just take out 2 of the heavy hitters of this patch so far. So first pick for EG, what are we going to be looking towards? Because they've got plenty of options to start opening things up. Ricky. Okay, starting things off with that. They had a couple of victories yesterday with Ricky. I believe they 2-0'd Tundra last night and looked incredibly strong with it.
Yeah, they did. I wouldn't mind like straight up Omni Knight against Ricky. It's also a healing hero for Celery. The heroes
10 seconds to go.
You need to be at the right spot at the right time. But I feel like you need some kind of a dispel. Abaddon is also the one. It fits Celery's profile. I'm not sure if you want to pick it straight away, but potentially you could, because like Abaddon might be picked even by evil geniuses. They love to counterpick this Batrider.
Sure do. I've seen a couple of Shadow Demon picks. I know you were pointing that out earlier on today. He's what, 0 and 5?
Yeah, it looks good in theory, but in the game it just doesn't look as good.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Give you that team fight or tower push or heal. So you get some big items. Gaming Gladiators opting for the Rubik now. And with the Shard, you can theoretically save people. They get sleeping darted, you lift them back. Try and create a bit of a gap between them.
I think for EG now, you start thinking about getting Queen of Pain for yourself, because it's a really good matchup against Batrider, but Queen of Pain has not been doing so well. She's 0% win rate, picked 4 times. So most of these games were picked. Let me just check that real quick. Yeah, every single time it was picked against Batrider. Not one time it didn't. Okay, 3 out of 4 games. But Queen of Pain, I think if there's Bat in the game, it's okay to pick it. But if there's no Bat, the hero just feels kind of weird because you dominate the matchup. Or the other option for EG, I would say, is if they want to pick some kind of a combo with this Ricky. I mean, there's Mirana still available. Yep. Like, you need to have something that feels relatively strong, like something to combo it off with.
Absolutely, and the fact that this Batrider is also flexible, right? You could chuck it into the offlane for Ace. You're not entirely locked into a Quinn Batrider.
Ace, I don't remember him playing Batrider. It's most, I think this is pretty much locked in for Gaming Gladiators on a mid lane.
Not even a 1% chance?
I'm sure he can play it, but you first face this hero, and I don't remember them flexing it throughout DPC.
Over to Quinn then. G. See if they do get that combo going with Mirana Ricky. To move things around a little bit.
Raja seems to have a lot of energy.
Oh, hello. Picking Timbersaw. Sure, you've got Whisper, but yeah, picking this into a Batrider can come into your lane and cause some problems later on down the line.
Let's see how Gaming Gladiators protect this Batrider pick if they want to get rid of Queen of Pain. EG, it took him a long time to pick Timbersaw. This is also Timbersaw into Batrider. Usually you don't want to pick it, but I guess the next 3 bans from EG will be the ones to protect their Timbersaw. We already see Bloodseeker, Ursa still available, even Monkey King.
Yeah, all good options. Try and protect Whisper, because like we've seen from teams with Whisper on, he is position 1, even not just position 2 from the offlane. Does mean that Seasmile has to sacrifice a little bit more. Pakaz and Whisper can be a little greedier from the side lanes, their hero pool. Definitely expecting to see the Ursa for sure. Maybe that Monkey King get banned out by EG. Gaming Gladiators removing the Pango for now.
use the other one, it feels like he's gonna die. But I also seen Batriders like getting more CS in this matchup, so it's all about like how you execute who's playing it. The other heroes that do well against Bat is like you can put Slark on a mid lane. Doesn't strike me that the G might do that.
That is a C-Smile.
It is a C-Smile hero. I think Puck is the other one that also works out well, and of course the Queen of Pain that we mentioned.
Yeah, and especially with the games going as long as they have been, the Puck has felt so good getting into Octarine Core. Just being able to, yeah, that's the Puck ban. Just being able to jump around and cause chaos, buy a lot of space for the rest of your heroes to either arrive to the team fight or make action happen on the other side of the map.
They ban out Monkey. I mean, Ursa's still in a bull. This looks like a very juicy pick for Gaming Gladiators because they do have first pick in the second phase.
Something they must know. So is it some kind of bait? They've got an answer to the Ursa. What kind of hero would be picking to deal with that Ursa then?
Ricky deals well pre-BKB. This Cloud does cause a lot of issue for Ursa, where he can get the enrage off, can't jump out of it, and if there's like some kind of a burst damage. We also have Rubik against Timbersaw, which is always going to be good. No matter what you steal, have that pure damage against him. It's going to work out nicely. So not a free Timbersaw game by any mean.
Yeah, definitely going to have some challenges ahead of him the way this draft could develop. But I think in there from Gaming Gladiators trying to figure out, hey, they've left Ursa in, what's the hero they're going to be picking to try and combat that. And going into second phase, if we've got this potential, you know, Batrider mid, Rubik could be flexed 4 or 5. What's the ban? Okay. What's the kind of order of picking here from Gaming Gladiators? Do you pick another support now, or do you grab your offlaner?
Gaming, I think they should go with Ursa. I just feel like the hero is super powerful, gives you this momentum, roche taking potential, good lane against the Timbersaw.
Because then the potential there is like EG steal it away from them.
There's a lot of mind games going on right now. Like you could feel it, how much time it took them for the last pick to actually get out.
Well, it's tiny for now. Yeah, magic burst damage there between the 3 heroes they got so far. So good ways to contend with the Timbersaw, and the added factor that we talked about, the kind of ability to stop the combos around Ricky and his dart. You've got Telekinesis Shard to save people, you've got Tossbacks to save people. Even though you don't have a Dispel naturally, you've got ways to kind of maneuver people away from that Ricky Shard. G with the DP now. So likely going to be the C-Smile hero, I believe. Fair amount of tower push, which is something we saw them struggle with when they had this Timbersaw in one of their games yesterday. Was they couldn't quite get onto the tier 1s as fast as they would have liked.
Okay.
Oh, the DP. DP or Timbersaw, Oracle's going to be there, sat waiting in the fog to save them. Question of what kind of vision hero can they fit into their draft?
Ricky can provide vision, be annoying in the front lines.
I mean, for Gaming Gladiators.
Oh, for Gaming Gladiators.
Do you want to be able to see the Oracle to find him?
5 seconds.
It's difficult, like tiny position 4, Rubik 5, Bat 2, so you're looking for your 1 and 3. Beastmaster's gone. Challenge there.
Radiant's ban.
Still to go back for the Ursa, you called it, you knew it was coming.
They just wanted to see, you know, maybe there's a better option, but against the DP, this is also a hero that has a jump against Oracle. Looks really good. Bit limited on tower damage, I would say right now. The EG banning out Nature's Prophet, a hero that Ace had a lot of success with.
Yeah, and he's kind of a vision hero in some regards with Treants, able to send them and spread them into areas on the map to scout people out. And with that Gleipnir build, you're very good at catching heroes like the Oracle or the Death Prophet to allow this tiny Ursa to get on top of them.
5 seconds.
Heading into final picks, a couple more bans for Gaming Gladiators. We still need our Pakaz hero for Evil Geniuses. And there goes the Troll. Would be a nice matchup against the Ursa as that game moved on.
Yeah, also Troll plus Oracle feels really good. You can't die for half a minute.
Yeah, it's like 50. We did the maths back in the day, right? It's like
yeah, we did 15
seconds.
or 16 seconds.
It's a long time of invulnerability through Battle Trance and False Promise. And when you're relying on these combos like Avalanche Toss, Lasso with the damage from Batrider, protect yourself for 15.5 seconds. That gives the Timbersaw and the DP plenty of time to fight. So yeah, very, very sound ban. And another offlaner for Ace with the Nature's Prophet gone. What other options are we looking for Gaming Glad?
Yeah, I think Tide will give them a decent amount of team fight. They don't know the matchup, but Monkey's gone, Bloodseeker's gone. They have Ursa, so it looks like a really good Tidehunter game. They will need the matchup. I think that their offlaner will need to have some kind of auras to be able to sustain.
Hey, because you've kind of dealt with the DP and the Timbersaw, you've got answers to them. Oh yeah, Enigma would have been a good aura buyer and team fighter as well. Same kind of story as the Tidehunter. Ace now left with what, his Centaur, maybe?
Centaur's also okay. I would say he can buy Pipe, but that Pipe doesn't seem to be good here. I'm more looking at the Guardian Greaves buyer. But if they feel like they need an extra hero to like disengage the Exorcism, Centaur feels really good, and also that's a good way to find Oracle, like have this whole team get hasted and get on top of him.
Yeah, that would be real nice.
What about some Pakaz Morphling here?
Could be a pretty good option. So you're not too afraid of any of these heroes buying Skadi or Shiver's Guard or Spirit Vessel, anything like that. Always going to be able to get that attribute shift off. Up a fair amount. And he's with an Oracle as well.
Yeah, I think having Oracle on the team does allow you to pick slightly more greedy here.
Faceless Void.
Okay.
Adding in that just a bit of team fight control.
It's a good pick. If he doesn't get bursted by tiny Batrider like Rubik, if he manages to get the multiple jumps off in terms of damage inside a Chrono, they have decent amount Exorcism, Timbersaw spells.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really... I mean, it's a good Tidehunter game. Tidehunter doesn't love to play into Timber Dead Prophet, so that's a bit of like even Faceless Void, so doesn't sound like that good of a pick anymore. We'll see. I think it's the offlane Enchantress. I saw Ace playing it.
That's pretty cool, yeah. I mean, they've tried out these nifty little things like IO Witch Doctor offlane, Enchantress offlane. They get a ton of healing, but also she transitions into that right-clicking call very nicely with pure damage against, I suppose, Timbersaw. T-Smiles, Death Prophet.
I think one of the reasons why they decided to pick it is also to be able to dispel Fate's Edict, which is going to be pretty good. And you have, like, the build you go for is, like, you get a Pike, you get the Aghanim Scepter, the Sproink, so that's going to be a lot of damage. Like, I saw Ace in pubs carrying the games with this hero.
Yeah, and in lane against the Faithless Void, something he often suffers against is that kind of tickling damage, right? You chip away at him little by little. He's good against nuke damage because he time walks it off. But when you've got Ace on this Enchantress just right-clicking you, punching you, Tiny comes in with a toss, Faceless Void could get harassed quite heavily in that laning stage.
And it's also a good damage. Like, this hero deals really well with Timbersaw, having early pure damage, something that Timbersaw does not like to play into. So we talked about the Timber. He has some really good counters in this game. Ace is like, what did you guys just pick for me?
You picked me Edge?
Dyrachyo also can't believe it.
Choosing cosmetics, I guarantee it. It's like, which little crown do I want? Do I want the golden tiara? Yeah,
why is Dyrachyo so invested into this?
He's like, how did you get that item? Like, you spent 1,000 euros on that Edge cosmetic?
Celery, you said you're gonna send it to me, bro.
That's something they do in CS all the time. They loan items. Like, you borrow an item, like you go to LAN, you borrow a $10,000 knife from someone. Like, yeah, here you go, show it off on stream.
And then you forget to return it.
Yeah, oopsie, forget.
Ah, sorry.
Accidentally. But yeah, going into game one, Gaming Gladiators with a draft that definitely fits their identity. Evil Geniuses feels like they've got pros on the players and roles, which fits them as well. Maybe a little little funky with the Oracle pick, but it all looks solid as well.
Gaming Gladiators, they would play 4 versus 5 because Celery still didn't pick his hero.
The Rubik. Oh, he's thinking. Do I want to play this game, guys? Do I have to? Yeah, go on then. I'll grab the Rubik. If that's what's left
That's
for
what's
me.
left, pretty much. Doesn't have many options.
We'll head into game 1 here. Everybody smoked up. And of course, like we've been saying, Gaming Gladiators looking to continue their solid, strong run in the group stage heading into day 4, while EG do need a couple of wins.
Some respect there, Quinn. Saying Whisper Chad, good luck boss, coming out from Whisper back to Quinn.
Oh yeah,
teams placing out the observer board. Seems like EG figured it out that they placed it. See if it gets dewarded.
First phase Timber often needs a bit of good luck, doesn't it? But in the hands of Whisper, it does. Down here with Matthew's Ricky. So what is it going to be, the Timber Ricky lane? Matthew going to play the lane for a little bit? Does he try and rotate to guard runes, or what's the plan for Ricky?
They need to pull. They need to pull this lane. It's really not playable. You have Rubik plus Ursa playing 2 melee heroes into Ursa. Ricky doesn't provide you with much early on. Like, he can be annoying against supports, but against Ursa, he really doesn't do much. So try to get I mean, this is one of the most experienced Timbersaw players on the planet, so, you know, he's not like, oh man, I can't play against Ursa, I can't believe they picked it.
Yeah, he knows the matchups, he'll know how to work his way around things. Invading that top jungle, and Celery trying to snipe the rune in front of C-Smile, but 3 runes, you're right. Only 1 remains in that bottom river spot, which it looks like Gaiman should be able to come and grab. There's Ace, take it up. So he's got Wand and 3 branches starting off with that, heading into Falcon Blade. And it looks like he's got Axe queued up straight away.
Okay. It's a strong Aghanim Scepter. It's just attacking 3 units.
Oh, Ursa being bullied before he's able to get to the creep wave.
It's a good start for EG. Ursa's on half HP, so now they can start to play a bit more aggressive. Whisper starting with the Timber Chain, of course. In this matchup, you want to be able to get away, maybe connect onto Rubik. I've even seen like Timbersaws not getting points in reactive armor in this one, like maybe 1, but you want to be able to like potentially punish Rubik if he's the one chasing you, Matthew. I don't get the pull off, but not successful.
Radiant creeps are there.
Yeah, plants Sentry Ward, blocks the small camp.
Yeah, also the fact that they did the same thing yesterday is killing off that range creep before it comes across. Try and take that down, get a little bit of experience. Whisper going to drag the remaining creeps back to the lane proper. Bit of damage onto Celery though, has to fairy fire the double blink strike, and Whisper with the first blood. Ooh, it starts off well for EG.
That's a great start. This is like 2 heroes that don't really do much. Like I don't think Celery should die, but they got a lot of work done early on. Both of the heroes were kind of half HP coming into this lane when the creeps met.
Right, spectacular start in a disadvantageous lane for EG, getting that early first blood.
Bottom lane's going to be a lot of harassment. Ace with Impetus, and then you have Tofu starting with the 3-throw.
And already seeing Pakaz at about half HP. Doesn't get a lot of utilization out of Time Walk because of all that damage over time. And Panda away. Looks like he's already dewarded his small camp, blocked up the large one, so should have the pull advantage as this progresses. But yeah, Ace currently 7 and 4, getting a fair amount of denies in his bottom lane as well. Start bringing a bit more regen out for himself. Oh, no, nice play by Panda there to deny range creep, thanks to the Purifying Flames. Top lane, Matthew going to slip away from Duraccio. Well, this is where Gaming Gladiators really are starting to play the lane as it was intended. They're the ones bullying, they're the ones pressing forward.
Or are they? Celery? Another Blink Strike's available.
Oh, you're right. Back in on top of the Rubik. Tricks of the trade and the final touch. There it is. Whisper with another kill, chaining away from Duraccio. And Whisper's the one with all the stacks on him, so Matthew will take a fair number of hits to kill him.
Yeah, he has
like Ursa can.
7 Fury Swipe charges.
Oh,
we'll get a kill. Not a bad trade. Ursa getting solo XP, and maybe Oracle can bring some items if he can farm Blades of the Attack. The good thing, like what's important for Ursa is that he is getting the free farm, sitting at 16 CS. This is their hero that needs to have a good start. Same goes for Quinn, but Quinn, in terms of CS, he's doing well, but getting harassed a lot. Celery TP'd mid, refilled his bottle.
That's what the tips are about. I find that really funny. C-Smile tips Celery because Celery died and TP'd mid to refill the bottle. Then Celery tips Panda because Panda didn't die to TP mid to refill the bottle.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, can you go die?
I'm the real position 5. What are you up to, Panda? You're staying in your lane? Nah.
You're being alive? Not allowed.
That's not how you meant to play it. Duraccio, again, really signaling how this lane's meant to be. Bullying the Timbersaw a little better now. Well, it looks like Quinn has ditched the lane. Starting to stack up his jungle. So far, so good for this Death Prophet. 18-3 against the Batrider, dead even in farm. But Quinn is the one having to make that walk all the way back to Fountain.
Structures looking fortified.
God, that impetus really hurts.
Yeah, every single time he uses Time Walk, he's gonna get harassed. A couple of right clicks. Tiny, he has a 0-0-1 build. Not skilling anything, saving it for now. Imagine if it was stats. I want to get more damage done by this 3 grab.
I'm just gonna whack people. Because, oh, nicely done by Tofu. Make sure that last hitting on the tower is not easy for the Void. Quinn has spent his Firefly, pushing that wave in against the DP. From every core in the game, farming reasonably well. No one's struggling really. Duraccio, a bit of a dance around his tier 1. Good telekinesis.
Timber chain. He's gonna have another one. Duraccio does have a healing salve for himself.
Matthew, low HP, doesn't want to continue diving and even loses his courier in the process.
Because they started off this lane extremely well. They got a kill. They kept pressuring Ursa. They kept harassing him. Now they can actually play the lane. And Timbersaw is now level 4, 2 points in reactive armor. Is bringing Soul Ring and the magic one, so all these small items just to be able to sustain. He knows, like, he definitely knows the matchup.
I just continually play the lane, keep Ursa and Rubik up here.
What?
You thinking about his next move? It's a available. So instead, watching the clock, nearly 6 minutes in. First active rune of the game needs to be guarded up here. Tofu, bodyguard Quinn down in the bottom rune spot. 3 seconds to go, and C-Smile deciding he wants to fight around this, forcing Tofu away. The Fortune's End is there, and in we go. A kill for C-Smile, and top rune spot, DD has spawned.
Doesn't have a bottle in this matchup. You want to have magic one as soon as possible, and he decided to go for phase boots and windlace just to have that extra move speed. They got a kill. They took the rune away from Quinn, but in terms of first exo, there's not going to be any damage dealt to a tower.
Whisper stuck behind his tier 1 top, might be in a bit of trouble now. Yeah, getting ripped to shreds by the Angry Bear. Duraccio finally getting what he's desired for so long in that top lane.
I love winning.
Celery's been very good at using that telekinesis to stop timber chains. Sure that escape mechanism isn't being fully utilized by Whisper. He wants a high five from Matthew. Don't know if he's going to get it though. Ricky being baited in by the Rubik. Quinn's also nearby. Batrider farming up in that top jungle, it looks like.
Stacking for himself, going back to mid lane. In terms of net worth, he's almost keeping up with Death Prophet. Keeping a point just in case there is necessary to get Lasso going. If he's going to be farming the jungle, we'll put an extra point in Firefly.
Attempting on Panda. Good damage from the Ench, and Tofu's Tiny secures the kill. Pakar still level 5, trying to get the bashes onto Ace. C-Smile rotate. They'll look for this Enchantress kill in the trees. They lose the courier again. That's Pakar's losing out on his treads twice now, I believe. Tofu's killed off plenty of couriers in that bottom lane.
C-Smile has been relatively active. Like, you don't expect this kind of a move. This is Death Prophet with no active rune. Look at Matthew. What is he doing? Like, he's just being sneaky.
I think he got stuck behind the creeps.
Like, I'm one of the camp now. Do you remember back in the days, the Satyr Banisher? That was actually Ricky model.
Yeah, it was.
Big stacks being made for Quinn.
He's going to get up to high ground. He's fine. And also the Ogre Magi, right? You could be an ogre, kill one of the ogres and stand.
I think people, like us boomers, know what we're talking about.
Stand in the camp, pretend you're an ogre.
And then stun people.
Completely catch them off guard. Nice juicy stack for Quinn there. Quickly moving through his boots of travel. While Celery goes for the TP after the lift to get away from danger. Like EG wanting to collapse on his top lane. Not something you usually see with the Timber on your team. You can just let him do his own thing, but when you've got a DP and a Timber, makes a lot of sense here just to shove that wave, get onto the early objectives. And a nice ward there up in that Tinker spot. Looking for any stragglers.
Yeah, he plays it more to the left to be able to see the jungle if they're like trying to cut the trees so they catch people off guard if they're trying to defend the tower. Like it's a good juking spot. And Braccio forced to get out of there, and he's now in the triangle. And C-Smile, very good rotations. Every single time he moves, something good happens for EG.
Yeah, invading this top jungle, trying to steal the stacks and maybe looking for a pick on the Rubik. But Matthew has to trick the trade away from Quinn and Celery. While the Bat Rider steps forward, might have gone too aggressive here. Quinn nearly dying to the Spirit Siphon, but Tofu's help. Avalanche Toss, Whisper under tower. Not the target you'd ideally go for, but it has...
He's not that tanky. I mean, it's 2 points in reactive armor, level 6 underneath the tier 2 towers. It's a lot of damage. EG playing very aggressive, trying to make something happen, understanding that if they move together, like even Pakaz joined, who does have a Chronosphere available, but no Exo, so the only damage they can do inside Chrono is pretty much Timbersaw, so, or you need to let... Oh, never mind, Ricky getting caught.
Yeah, Matthew lassoed up. That Rider the Chrono in the Firefly still, focusing the Tiny. And Quinn, full HP with Duracio's help. Will get on top of Pakaz with some Fury swipes and the overpower, but C-Smile tracking back to bully this Ursa. He doesn't have much left in the tank. Fortune Zen flies out to try and save up C-Smile from the sticky napalms, and he comes out with a double kill. EG have been so swift, moving top, contesting stacks, playing into enemy triangle. There's nowhere that's safe for gaming gladiators right now.
Yeah, first usage of the Chrono. He catches 2, they get a instant kill on a support, and they still get another one. This was pretty much a freebie, an extra one.
There was a nice little move from Duraccio in the jungle that we were watching before the fight kicked off, though. He was toggling between the 2 neutral items, placed the Verdurous Dale on the ground to heal up, and then grabbed the Possessed Mask.
It's all about the efficiency.
Very nice.
Yeah, the thing is, Enchantress, she doesn't seem to want to join the fight until she farms up that Aghanim Scepter, which is 2,000 gold away. In terms of tower damage, Gaming Gladiators are very limited, so they need to play with the catapults. Like, Ursa's not gonna deal tower damage, neither is Batrider. I mean, throughout the whole game, they're gonna have this issue, just like sieging. They will need to take the fights, get a pick off with Ursa or Batrider, and then turn it into something. So far, C-Smile, perfect game. Has a Yule Scepter, so I don't think you can ask for a better item when you play against Ursa.
Oh, it's perfect. Now, usually very sacrificial, C-Smile, in terms of farm. He has been very active, getting towers, stealing stacks. Great play from him. With this Ench Ags, what exactly does it do? Because it bounces you back and shoots out projectiles. Does it dodge stuff as well?
Yeah, you shoot. You can attack 3 targets, so it's pretty good. Increases your attack range as well.
Now you see Pakaz coming. You Sproy and can jump away. Miss the Chrono.
Yeah, you can dodge stuff like that, but you know, it's not like really disjointable.
Okay.
Radiant's mid tower's getting bad.
Getting closer to it.
Very farmed Ench. Top of the net worth on the Dire team. Does feel like they're aiming for a little bit of a later timing here.
And there's something going on between Panda and Celery. They've been tipping each other throughout the whole game.
Well, they're both, you mentioned it during the draft, right? They're both very similar players in terms of the archetype of hero they play. Yeah. Very sit behind your carry kind of players. Bide your time and wait for that moment to save your buddies. Matthew scouting out Quinn. Let's get a deep ward here in the enemy Ancients area. See the Bat Rider heading down bottom, so probably...
Oh, look at that tower damage. Enchantress sieging the tier 1 tower.
/S.
Beautiful to watch. Tofu is behind him. Doesn't have much farm. This is one of those games where like they haven't been... Oh, he actually stole it.
Cheeky. And another one. Tricks of the trade. Quinn won't have any reveal or anything, right? So Ricky just going to get invis. block the ancient camp.
Matthew plays that observer ward, so Quinn knows something is up. Doesn't have Firefly yet.
Doesn't know there's knobs on the high ground either. Might be able to scout it a little later on when he's got Firefly back. See what it does. The courier kill there. Dust, obs, and sentries taken out. Matthew, such a pest. And this is even before 15 minutes. You know, he's got 1,000 gold saved up. Shard should be here right on time.
Gaming Gladiators, they have been stacking the jungle. They understand that they can't really fight right now. They don't have the tools to do so. Batrider is countered. He was supposed to be Chrono.
Yeah, straight on the edge. Makaz needs a backup from DP and Timbersaw, but it's still a difficult target to bring down. The Avalanche looks good, but Ace still going to fall. Now Makaz moves on the Tiny. Tofu in trouble. And Gaming Gladiator is going to cut their losses. Try and get Quinn out of danger. Cancel TPs down to bottom. And move away from here, but Whisper wants to keep on diving. Yule Scepter up, C-Smart catches. Whisper helped out by the Death Prophet, and they'll dive behind this tier 2 tower. 3 swift kills and 2 big ones. Ench and Fan.
C-Smile keeps Quinn immediately. C-Smile has been having a perfect game so far. Every single rotation has been on point. This Yule Scepter allowing him to get another kill. Celery
do something about that.
be in trouble here if they bring another hero, but Ricky, as I said, still doesn't have that shard. We'll have enough gold to buy it at the 15-minute mark after farming in this wave.
Yeah, he's in a perfect spot for that. And after the laning stage, you know, we're still waiting for Gaming Gladiators to hit these item timings, so it feels natural that EG should be the ones applying the pressure. But now Ursa has Battle Fury, he's going to be accelerating. Ench, of course.
Yeah, you get Battle Fury, you start fighting, you join the battle.
Yeah, with all the fury in the world.
Top tower's hurting.
Blink queued up next as well. It doesn't feel like, you know, Gaming Gladiators are drastically behind. It's a 1k lead for EG, even with all these, you know, all these plays into the enemy jungle. They haven't taken tier 1 mid or bottom yet.
They're waiting for this Aghanim Scepter on Enchantress. Is such a big upgrade in terms of damage, and now they have it. I want to see them smoke. They still have like 50 seconds left on Exo, so I think it's time to try to do something. Tiny's not having a good time. Like Tiny's Blink Dagger is going to be post 20 minutes.
It's been a rough one for Tofu. So yeah, 1-3-1. Too many opportunities for him to fight.
All of this doesn't matter because Ricky just bought Shard. Sleeping Dart is available. So combo, like in terms of the combo that they have, like the best one is Timbersaw. Him having this explosive damage where you... Tofu, gonna be the first point of contact here.
Yeah, smoke breaks, Panda knows. Spot the Tiny in the trees. Slant him up. Catch him out. EG bring 5 heroes down there to protect their tier 1. Like you've been saying, they've not really done an awful lot of damage to objectives, Gaming Gladiators. They don't have the best tower push. They need to get these items online, find a team fight, and then transfer that into towers somehow. Looks like Mage Slayer is next from Ace. Getting dived under his tier 1. Matthew spotted him. Timbersaw on top of the Ench, but the Nature's Attendant, tons of heal, and there's the Sproing, the Rainbow Impetus shot, launching out onto Matthew, nearly killing Ricky, but he gets off the tricks of the trade, while C-Smile in behind this tier 1. Diving Ace, the Chrono comes, Tofu and Ace both caught inside, and Whisper with a Chakra will finish it off yet another kill. Tofu down, and C-Smile is unstoppable. This is where EG are starting to put their foot down, make life difficult for Gaming Gladiators.
And Gaming Gladiators, they're not taking these fights. C-Smile again, some serious amount of damage, 3,000 damage in that fight, and it's still 1k gold lead for EG. They killed the tower. I guess Ursa, because he finished off his Battle Fury, he farms extremely fast. Duracho has been staying on a different side of the map for quite some time, doesn't feel comfortable joining the fights until he has his item. Next on the menu, Blink Dagger about to be picked up.
Yeah, similar story for Quinn as well. He's just been stacking and farming camps in these first 17 minutes. Definitely looking to extend this game out a little bit longer, knowing that these games have been going 40 to 50 minutes on average. You got a pretty good idea when your timing is going to be. And then it comes down to execution, right? Fighting around Roshan, fighting around objectives. That's been the key to victory throughout the group stage here. G with Chrono down, don't have that big team fight ulti. No Exo.
No smoke, no Chrono, no Exo.
Still gonna play forward, sleep up the Batrider, but Matthew's the one to get blown up by Duracho. Does have to use the enrage to get behind his tower. Quinn wants back in though. C-Smile
Sleeping Guard, that's big.
The false promise gets him out of dodge.
A little surprised that they decided to smoke and try to take a fight when you have two of the biggest teamfight ultis on your side on cooldown for almost a full minute.
Cold and sweet.
But this is gonna be huge. Sleeping Dart from Rubik. You can stop Faceless Void, who doesn't have BKB yet. He decided to go for Hand of Midas, farm with the Maelstrom. So gonna take some time until he farms that BKB.
Do you reckon Faceless Void is still the ultimate late game carry?
Yeah, he's been pretty silent. I mean, because 0-0-8, not the score you want to have on your carry, but C-Smile has been getting the kills. Same goes for Whisper. C-Smile has been carrying and does have a BKB available now.
Oh, it sure does, yeah. It's going to protect him nicely against all that magic damage from that, the Tiny. Things can get a little hairy going super late game against the Ursa. He offers so much immediate alpha damage, and when he's got an Abyssal Blade, a Faceless Void could get caught off through the control. Matthew going to start things off with a Sleeping Dart though. Straight onto Quinn and forcing his BKB early on. Half health for Batrider while C-Smile. Avalanche for now, holding his BKB in the mules, now has to use it, but the Ursa's damage substantial against the DP, and EG are the ones who have to run. They've got Chrono still in the back pocket. They smoke to bail away from this.
It's time to go Roach. I think Dorachio's full HP. They have Sleeping Dart available. They know that there's no Exo. Might be a little tricky against Chronosphere, but I feel like you should go for it. Try to force them to get into a fight. To be, you know, also thinking about it, whether he wants to go north or if he wants to go more to the right side of the map. For now, they're not going to go for it.
He wants to stack a camp. It's the efficiency. It's the efficiency. I can stack a camp now. Can't stack Roshan.
And you see Matthew, he also thought they're going to be inside the Roche pit. Gets in there. Doesn't find anything. First time Gaming Gladiators are having a lead in this game.
Yeah, bounces back their way. They've got a Grove Bow on the Enchantress now. Mage Slayer done. Pretty nice against all these spellcasters. Trying to catch out Whisper top lane. Lasso is there, and the down from Dorachio trying to kill him off, but a Timber Chain and the arrival of C-Smile slows things down. Wanting to chase Dorachio, and Whisper getting some revenge, but Game Gladiators, they are all here. Avalanche toss, Whisper about to die. The Vault Promise is there, and Panda keeps him alive. A killing spree for him as they dive in. C-Smile falls, but Dorachio dead.
Oh, look at this damage from Enchantress.
Sprites them all to death.
Getting slept in the end. I want to see how much damage was that. He showed up in the fight and immediately like deals, what is that, 1.1k damage with one Sproink.
Just one spell. Awesome, disgusting stuff.
Gotta be careful. Like, they did kill both cores on Gaming Gladiators, but Ace shows up and oh my god, that actually doesn't seem balanced, but we'll see. Definitely a hero to look out for, not just for the Gaming Gladiators, for teams that are watching this game. They're gonna be, you know what? Get into pub right now, play 5 games of Enchantress.
Yeah, buy Ag's first item. Falcon Blade Ags, Mage Slayer, Dragonlance, Grove Bow. This is a very scary hero now.
Tiny finally has a Blink Dagger, so it's going to be much easier for him to follow up on Ursa's jump. Dorachio about to finish off his BKB, 1,000 gold away. Takes him a minute of free farm.
You can see a sigh of relief there from Ace, like, yeah, it's working out. My hero, it's coming to fruition. A DD rune right in front of Quinn as he gets slept up. Still gets it in the end. Matthew just being a nuisance. Trying to wander down bottom. Protect Pakaz. Play in front of your Faceless Void and give a bit of vision in case Gaming Gladiators do come down here. It looks like Matthew's going to be able to see the Rubik and the Ursa heading down south. And centering up. Find out where that Ricky is.
Considering we have that Prophet and Ursa in this game, Roshan didn't die for 22 minutes. I guess whoever kills, whoever engages into a next fight and wins it is going to turn it into Roche. Big timing for both teams. You have Faceless Void that just picked up BKB, so EG will be fight ready. And on the other side, Gaming Gladiators, right? Yeah, Tiny Blink and Ursa just finished off his BKB. Needs to use the courier. So both teams kind of want to take a fight right now.
Super important. He also needs to reconnect with the rest of his team there. A little further left than the Ursa is. Looks like EG wanting to make the most of this situation though. They've got top lane pushed in, they can connect up there.
They
Maybe
know something is up because Gaming Gladiators, they're not smoked anymore, and you see EG using scan, so you should know something is up.
Well, that scan turned red.
They have another one.
Radiant scanning off to the right, that turns red as well, so everybody knows the direction the opponents are coming from. Ricky starts with a sleeping dart, the jump in from Picard, no chrono yet. Tofu trying the avalanche top.
So low.
Ricky being focused down as Duraccio and Quinn straight onto him. Tofu and Matthew trading lives, and Quinn just trying to chase up here, but C-Smart keeping them at bay while Duraccio trapped in between 3 of EG, down to half health. They've got the bit of save and a buying time from the Yule. Duraccio, BKB, and looking to jump back in the avalanche again, but there's a false promise from the Oracle. Aegis already claimed up as Duraccio blinking back to his side of the map, and the two-man chrono there, catching both supports. Quinn and Ace still on the outskirts though, doing an awful lot of damage here, and Picard is struggling to stick on a target. Celery the Spirit Siphons trying to roleplay as Boxy, but can't quite get the job done. And now Ace trapped in place. Quinn and Duraccio on this high ground, not able to rejoin the fight. EG will come out victorious.
Like they're not done. Duraccio wants to chase.
Oh, he wanted back in on Picard. Gotta be careful though. Whisper here with a chakram, not quite going to slice into the back of the bear.
There was a lot of damage coming out from Ursa. EG looked a bit disconnected in that fight. Roshan was dropping so low, and C-Smile gets out of the Roche pit, so there's not enough damage, which kind of forces Faceless Void to try to kill him off, and he gets it, he gets the Aegis, they lose Aegis immediately. But one thing I noticed is Panda's using Fate's Edict not defensively, he's using it on Enchantress so that she can't attack, so that's pretty smart.
Clever. Yeah, stop those impetus hits coming. And Gaming Gladiators, their game plan there seemed to be just beeline for the Ricky. Kill Matthew as quickly as possible.
Ricky has been causing a lot of issues, especially against Ursa. You get Cloud on top of you. You're not able to jump out, cast your spells. Kind of difficult. I mean, Quinn's game has been shut down. He's the lowest of the cores for a good reason. You're playing into Oracle, so kind of difficult one.
Ooh, the Yules and BKB. C-Small needing to expend a couple of tools there to escape Duraccio.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Back to base he heads. Halberd isn't too far away though, so another bit of utility there to try and deal with the Ursa.
Good itemization. Trying to be as annoying as possible. Aghanim Scepter finished on Whisper, so double Chakram.
Poor Panda. False promise. Not going to help him out too much here. Dragged back into the flames of Quinn. Let's finish him off in the end. Ench. Hurricane Pike pretty much done. Jump in again from Duraccio. C-Smile always with the answer, using him up. Pretty scary spell stolen by the Rubik as well. Crypt Swarm plus Fade Bolt is an awful lot of magic damage.
There's some really good spells to steal. Anything from Timbersaw pretty much. Sleeping Dart, of course. Also that Time Dilation kind of ruined Enchantress in the previous fight where she wasn't able to use the Sproink.
Radiant's top tower is hurting.
They need to understand that Ace deals almost the same amount of damage as Ursa in these fights, especially if left uncontested. It's gonna be
the top tower.
Last tier 1 tower killed by Gaming Gladiators. Going into Hex next, so a bit more control. He might change his mind if he feels that he's the one getting controlled. Might opt to go for a BKB, but this type of a build requires a lot of mana, so Hex is kind of a natural item. Oh man, Matthew.
Oh, a bounty and
so
two couriers.
That's 1k gold for his team.
Beautiful. Tofu's coming back. Where is he? Little Sato. There's not even a ward up here. Stuck there for 10 more seconds now, isn't he? No Tumbler's toy. Sad for Tofu. EG looking to press into this enemy ancient spot where they do have high ground vision. Straight up Chrono, catch Rubik and the Ench. They need the damage onto Ace as quickly as possible, and Whisper will provide that. Blow up the Enchantress. She gets off a Sproik. The next attendant's not going to heal her while Duracho jumps on the Picard. BKB and False Promise required to buy the time he needs. Time Walk's a little bit off, and now the Ursa kind of stuck here. Lift up, drag back, not saving you from Whisper's reinitiation. Very attentive EG, focusing the targets they need, and diving this tier 2 for the Rubik kill. The cherry on top, as Celery had bought back and died immediately. This gives EG the chance now just to shove down mid potentially.
Quinn seems like he wants to cut the creep wave.
Look at that scan.
He's getting scanned right now. Let's see who's someone's gonna TP to tier 2 tower bottom. Quinn doesn't have TP for 15 seconds. See Smile.
Ooh, hello there, Mr. Quinn. What are you doing? This is our jungle. Slept up, Whisper comes. Quinn, he's gonna BKB, but still looking pretty dead on my screen. Oh, he's trying to slip away. He's up to the high ground. He's over the hills and far away. He's off, he's out of there. He baited back 4 members of EG and has outplayed them tremendously.
It's a lot of space created. They were supposed to kill the tier 2 towers, scan connected. They're trying their best to catch him, but this was also Arcane Rune BKB usage, so he will have it again in 40 seconds. Nicely done.
Beautifully done.
And look at what Pakaz is doing. He has Ring of Aquila. He's swapping it in while he's farming instead of having Elven Tunic, because he's a bit low on mana. So in the fight, he's gonna use this Elven Tunic. Like, he even has Blast Rig. He's keeping all the items. Blast Rig, a lot of value in this game against Enchantress. And so they're dropping really nice items for them. Having these evasion and also extra armor.
Super good. I think he just bought his shard as well. So Festus Void is going to have that reverse time walk now. What they do.
What if every spell had reverse? Whatever you had is just like, yeah, your shard upgrade is reverse on one of your abilities.
The reverse Finger of Death?
What happens?
I don't know, you blow yourself, AoE damage, you blow yourself up.
Celery looks very dead here.
Yeah,
never mind.
Walk, though.
Spoke too soon.
He's
nicely
away
done.
from there.
Shard upgrade. Didn't even use the oh my god, he has a Force Staff and Ogre Seal Totem as well with the shard plus Time Walk.
So much mobility.
The gap. They caught him.
Yeah, lassoed up, but the Yules make sure that the Ursa can't do the damage, and Picard saved by his team, allowed to chrono this Ursa. Now Ench arriving and a stolen one. There's the Rubik coming in clutch. Everyone from EG stuck inside. Duracho still dies. Timber Chain across, looking for Tofu now. Matthew trying to jump back in onto this Enchantress, but the lift to save. Celery keeps them at bay, allows Ace to keep doing damage while Smile and Whisper chasing this Enchantress. Get the pesky Fawn out of here. Whisper is unstoppable now.
It looked like a really damn good chrono. Like, he landed it on pretty much everyone, but there is no damage on their side. The Enchantress needs to be outside to be able to get the damage done. That Prophet, like, yeah, looked really good, but C-Smile, he's been amazing so far in this game. He does have this Heaven's Halberd to stop Ursa from dealing damage. Then you have Yule Scepter as well. A lot of kiting potential. Then again, a lot of trouble coming out from Fate's Edict. Whether it's cast on Enchantress or on Ursa. The Oracle did manage to farm his Blink Dagger so he can keep the distance. One issue that Gaming Gladiators have is there is no save inside the Chronosphere. So whenever Pakaz uses Chrono on one or two people, those people are most likely just gonna die. So the only way to play around it is to have buybacks pretty much, especially for the next Roshan. Let's see the respawn time. All 3 minutes.
Yeah, long old time. Maybe later down the line. Think about Eon Discs. Cyclone to help your teammates, but 30 minutes in, get chronoed, you die.
Ace, of course. I mean, both teams have been blessed by the items that they need to have. First, Grobo drop for Enchantress. Now he found Enchanted Quiver. Enchantress Quiver. There we go.
Very powerful. The combo is there. Celery, smoking, dusting, still not catching. Matthew jumps off to the left.
And also Ursa found Mindbreaker. So having a silence. If he jumps Oracle and there's no Yule Scepter to save him from C-Smile or from Matthew. Matthew doesn't have Yule's Scepter yet, but needs 400 gold. They are holding on to Gem right now.
Trying to remove a lot of that vision. Again, so important to catch a glimpse of the Oracle, find out where Panda's playing. Matthew back to the high ground as Quinn BKBs and moves up the ramp, focusing Picard. He's got Time Walk off to the right, and the Chrono looks like a good one. They've killed Panda off though. Oracle is down, so no safety net for Duracho getting blown up though. Has to buy back a stolen Chrono. Two of them trapped inside from EG, but Duracho is about to die here. Quinn has already fallen, had to buy back himself. As Whisper moving in. Celery stealing the timber chain. See Smile nearly dead. The Hurricane Pipe pushes him back, and Ace blows up the Death Prophet now. Pakaz getting tossed around near the Roche Pit, controlled up by the lift. Have they got the damage to finish him off? He time walks off to the left and Whisper is back in again. Chakram missing, the 4 staff out of Tofu, getting the distance he needs, and the stolen Chakram, Celery chucks it back at the Timber Saw.
Now Celery is having a really good time this game, being very annoying. Another Chronosphere land, 7,000 damage, Faceless Void. Still not enough for them to win a fight. Games has been pretty even. A couple of buybacks used, and something that I mentioned, like they don't have a counterplay to Chronosphere. There is no, like, nothing that can save people inside a Chrono a long way until someone maybe farms the Wind Waker. Yeah. So they need to have buybacks available. Tofu is the one who died, immediately buys back, TPs to Outpost. Roshan in 20 seconds, but this Enchantress, she's causing a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Quinn bought back, Panda bought back. Looking for these.
Down on Enchantress now, so she's not gonna be disarmed.
These fights around Roshan, who is back up in 10 seconds. Everybody will be alive for this. Looking to scout out Gaming Gladiators near this pit. Big old circle drawn around the Radiant Triangle. That's where EG will be approaching from. Game in. They start things off. Roshan dropping pretty quickly.
20 seconds until both Exo and Chrono are available. Seems like they're just gonna have to let this one go.
Yeah, EG not in fighting shape just yet. Opting not to go for it. So Aegis in the hands of Duracio.
Interesting build from Pakaz. He bought a casual Talisman of Evasion. Does not want to upgrade it because he has Evasion from Elven Tunic as well, and is going for Silver Edge, it seems. Wanted to bait maybe Ursa to get the MKB, and then he goes for a different item. Just like the value he gets from Talisman of Evasion against both Ursa and Enchantress is pretty high.
Ah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, not fully committing for a Butterfly, just buying that kind of cheaper component.
Now Ursa does have Shard from Roshan and the full MKB, so damage is gonna be there. MKB, let's see what he decides to swap in, whether that's gonna be BKB.
Getting a bit slot starved. We need that boots slot as quickly as possible, please. Get more fun and interactive items in our
back in the days when you played support, sentries were 1 slot, DP, other odds 3, boots 4, and then you could maybe buy magic one, that's a 5th one.
Then a blink, if you're lucky.
So you basically had 1 slot.
1 item's all you get. Yeah, no backpacks, no neutral item slots, no TP slots, nothing like that. Back in our day. Walking uphill both ways.
Bust down radiant structures now.
Tier 2 bottom.
During Snowstorm. And extremely high heat at the same time.
The frozen tundra of the Sahara Desert.
Bottom towers.
Although, what is it? The Antarctic is the biggest desert in the world, right? Because there's no rainfall.
That is correct. One way to look at it.
Oh, Lotusorb up now on the Timber Saw.
Dire's top tower.
A pretty good way to try and combat this Bat Rider and telekinesis out of Celery's Rubin.
Matthew gonna kill another one.
Ooh, he jumps up high ground. Oh, doesn't quite find it.
Getting beat down.
The TP back, and this is all while Gaming Gladiators are smoked on the Radiant side of the map.
I don't think anyone had more than 2k gold lit in this game so far. 37 minutes into the game.
No, it's been dead even. Oh. The draft, the graph is bouncing up and down, but the difference in numbers is not that grand.
It looks wild, but it's not.
Look out for fallen rocks.
Gaming Gladiators, they see Whisper mid. Preemptively Lotuses himself. Pretty hefty damage.
600 damage.
One impetus, huh? That's some nasty stuff.
Radiant's mid tower.
Ricky
needs a hand.
showing his face mid, just being a pest. EG held back in their base. This is that time in Gaming Gladiators we're looking for, around an Aegis, around these big items out of the Ench and Ursa. And no buybacks really for anyone apart from Faceless Void and the Rubik at this point. 30 gold will have Ench, 50 for the Ricky. But we won't have those long extended team fights.
EG needs to get stuff done with this Exo, with Chronosphere, because damage from Faceless Void, like, he doesn't really deal much. He does have this Lincoln's here to protect himself against the, like, Rubik's Lift, and most importantly, Batrider's Lasso. Quinn did manage to recover. Like, he's still, you know, bottom of the cores in terms of net worth, but he does have items. Spell Prism, Octarine Core, and Arcane Rune. So might get the 2 lassos off in a fight. That's the first one.
False promises there, though. Hand with a blink.
So 80 seconds against 45 seconds now on Batrider. He's gonna have one more initiation potentially.
Forcing these abilities out of EG. Yeah, they've got full control. Bottom and mid lane trending towards Radiant base.
Flicker found by Doraccio. That's a huge one. Never mind, sends it back immediately. Now has Witchbane, so good way to dispel things, and also deals a lot of damage against Dead Prophet.
And the Timbersaw.
Let's see who's gonna be holding that
Flicker.
Flicker, yeah. It's really good against Ricky's Cloud. You can get out, you can dispel time dilation.
Sure. Quinn keeping the Spell Prism. They saw Matthew taking this outpost. They've got the vision through the gem of Quinn, and plenty of damage to bring the Ricky down. The Yule Scepter on 20 HP, just delaying the inevitable, buying time. No way he survives here. Surely no way he survives here, right? He's got Blink Strike, but nothing to blink to. Well done, the Envoy in the mid lane. Whisper getting gone on by Tofu and Doraccio. EG, they know that multiple members of Gaming Gladiators pretty distant away, but they can't make the play onto the Ursa. Knowing he still had that Aegis, it was a difficult prospect. Finally expiring now, and that'll be Gaming Gladiators just backing up from the Radiant base.
And now we're back to farming. Wait until the next Roach respawns in 3 to 6 minutes. A lot of the games have been like that, where I mean, I understand Gaming Gladiators, they really can't siege. Like, even with the Aegis, they can't just go on the high ground and try to hit the tower. They don't have the heroes for it. It's not the Leshrac Terrorblade or anything, but it's the thing about this Sproink is so satisfying to watch.
Yeah, just keep the camera on the Enchantress the entire time. Prancing on, Sproinking around.
It's gonna be Bloodthorn in 100 gold.
Yeah, such a dainty creature doing just a dangerous amount of damage. Fresher Orb now for the Faceless Void, so double Chronos.
Does have enough mana to use it with that Lincoln's. And also he hits level 25, so backtrack talent is available. Gonna be very difficult to kill. I don't see any Silver Edge. Silver Edge, like break mechanic, does work against level 25 talent on Faceless Void.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
It's a bit of an odd one where you like break the talent.
The Dire might want to
I guess it's like a hidden passive.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower seen better days.
Imagine they break your move speed talent, you like slow down.
Dire's top towers.
Oh, please no, I need that move speed. I'm gonna run fast. The Khans with the ninja gear, just waiting to see if anybody was near.
I'm always sad that you can't break Tiny. It would be so funny if it just shrinks. Double Abyssal, Lotus Orb.
Passes it back. Tofu's in though with the Avalanche toss.
EG's alone here.
Is bringing 4 members to kill off Whisper. C-Small gonna go for the BKB TP. Doraccio trying to close the gap to try and bash, but he wasn't fast enough. But a big streak to be taking down there. Wicked Sick Whisper. Plenty of money going into the pockets of Gaming Gladiators, but also reclaiming control of that map.
Like EG is slowing down a bit. They're gonna be relying on Chronos here to be able to get the damage done. Those Chronos, they need to be on point. Like there's a big difference between two supports in terms of damage output. Ricky doesn't really do much. He's more about the control. Same goes for Oracle. It's about his positioning and being able to cast a save. On the other side, you have Celery, who's been doing a lot of work, and same goes for Tiny.
Yeah, that's some really good steals from that Rubik. Multiple chronos, and the Crypt Swarm or the Smoke Screen do damage or controlling people up. Tofu and Ace here.
Thinking about it.
Go straight for the chrono. Exo as well. They really want to kill Ace here. Gaming Gladiators rallying around the Enchantress. He's got off the BKB and the attendants. Enchantress with some more sproings could actually play a way out of this one. Tofu going to survive. Dragged away from Pakaz. And now they've moved back in onto the Faceless Void. He's going to try and time walk it off thanks to the False Promise. But now Panda, the target of choice for Tofu and Celery, has the Fate's Edict on him, so protected against the magic damage, while Pakaz and Smile chasing Quinn now. The Battle Rider gets turned on. This fight is dragging out forever as another chrono from Pakaz. Straight onto the Tiny and Ursa. Ench slept up, so the damage is lacking. And EG, they've done it now. Holding their high ground, coming out to play into the southern jungle and finding the Enchantress. A Yule's Matthew finds a bonus target. Celery's Rubik trying to flicker away, but doesn't get any distance. So Whisper and Pakaz straight on his head.
With some sick Chronospheres planted by Pakaz. He's been very patient with his second one. But again, C-Smile, his damage output in some of these fights have been amazing, and he's about to crack level 25. Needs another creep wave, and he gets it. So 8 Exorcism Spirits on top of that while the Chrono's running is going to be a massive upgrade.
Oh, loads of damage. What is that? Almost a 7k swing in net worth going the way of EG. So yeah, the 7k lead that GG had has been completely taken out. And a couple of buybacks as well. We can't forget that. Quinn and Tofu brought back to try and continue that fight. So if they get picked off in this next battle, could be an option for EG to push high ground.
Do something about that bottom tower. Can't do nothing.
There is a Roshan alive, of course.
Right now.
So a backup plan is available for EG if they don't want to go too far forward.
C-Smile's still thinking about his level 25 talent, whether he wants to get replenished on Spirit Siphon time, and he's gonna go for it. Very interesting.
Dire gave up a bottom tower.
Yeah, he doesn't have the shard yet either, does he?
He doesn't, yeah. They're sitting on 5,000 gold.
Dire's mid towers have
Now has a full Lincoln Sphere. He just brought 2 big items pretty much in this fight. Pakaz also has 6,000 gold saved up. Next Roshan is up, and that's Refresher. What are we watching? What is this?
No, it's shenanigans. Yuleses on Yuleses, blinks on blinks. Tiny.
Flicker, Tricks, Blinks, Tofu.
He's alright, isn't he? He's going to toss a hammer around a creep wave. And Dire Vision going to see Pakaz coming.
While this is happening, there is her Rosh attempt. By attempt, I mean Roshan is dead. This is going to be Refresher. EG would definitely love to get hands on that free Refresher, either for Faceless Void or for Dead Prophet Exo.
Whisper's courier died. I know he was trying to build Scythe of Vice. Don't believe
he does have it.
It didn't lose out on anything on the courier, so very nicely just picked it up in the other side shop.
In the end, he decided to disassemble Kaya Sanj, went for Haven's Halberd. They understand like the itemization on side of EG. How many Halberds do they have? 1, 2. I see third one being built by Ricky. And also the Yule Scepters. Double Yule Scepter.
Lots of utility to deal with the Ursa and the Ench. I guess the Ench primarily. The additional bonus from the Halberd on ranged heroes.
Chandra's getting very close to her level 25.
The Blink Initiation. Ursa gets lifted and forced out away. Ace gets the attendants out, points back, but Pakaz just keeps on chasing. Chronos up the Enchantress now. Looking to blow up Ace. There is buyback available, and of course Ace in the hands of the Ursa still. DP caught inside that Chrono along with Whisper, unable to keep giving chase. Trying to blink and Timber Chain across. Might be able to get a catch with the Scythe of Vice. What is that? Is that flamethrower stolen by Rubik? Gets up to the high ground, away we head. Lots of expenditure here from EG. Chrono, Exo, still wanting to find more with a Blink Lasso. Batrider.
That's another one.
Up, goes for the double lasso on the Faceless Void as Celery annihilated by Matthew and the Timbersaw in the back lines. Quinn has to retreat now.
These are huge buybacks from Gaming Gladiators. They also used everything. They used Refresher as well. Ursa still holding on to that Aegis, but seems like they don't have enough damage right now. It's all about this Faceless Void landing a Chrono, and Pakaz, he's not afraid to land that single Chrono on Enchantress. He understands who's causing a lot of trouble, that she's been kiting for way too long and dealing way too much damage.
Just focus her down as quickly as you can. Yeah, you're right. Still with Aegis and Cheese, though. Gaming Gladiators ready to fight. Fiji come their way.
Only one hero has buyback, and that's Pakaz.
Pakaz with a double damage rune as well, and he walks straight into the middle of them. Lincoln's pot. He does get side. Ursa on him, the backup there from the Oracle. False Promise and the big Chrono. Batrider caught up in it. Quinn being battered into the ground. Dead for 2 minutes. Ace might be found as well, but they're going to go for the backline. Rubik being destroyed by Pakaz's Faceless Void. Time walks back in, looks for Ace, reverses it, rewinds, backs away. As Tofu splits the fight, multiple directions. Pakaz and Whisper find Duraccio under the smoke screen. Can't do anything. Caught up and killed.
Now they're constantly disarmed. Both of the cores of Gaming Gladiators cannot deal damage.
Duraccio finally gets to open up onto a target, and he slept. He's hexed. Control for days on end. There's no end in sight. Just being blown up and controlled everywhere. Duraccio gets tossed across to the Oracle, but Panda even has to disarm his own. Makes the fading down, and the damage is down. Whisper with a double kill. Well, Ace has to BKB TP.
There's way too much control. Like this Ursa, I want to see his damage. Still 5,000 damage, you know, if he manages to get the overpower, but the problem is these numbers. 36 damage done by Batrider. This can't be correct. Like that's one stick in a palm, and then maybe like some Firefly damage, and EG's wanna close this one out. There are no buybacks available. This is game, Gary.
Yeah, looks like it. They'll try and glyph. Maybe Ace can Sproik his way to a base defense, but it looks like EG have got this one in the bag now. A very close fought game one, very tight battles, and it looked like Gaming Gladiators using their windows to perfection, but EG with these Chronospheres, the late game protection of the false promise out of Oracle, and the itemization, hexing, darting, halberding, so much annoyance that Edge can't do a damn thing. She spends half the game in the sky.
Disarmed again.
Disarmed once more, and GG is called. EG take game one.
They disarmed the Enchantress, disabled her for good 30 to 40 seconds here. That like just shows the itemization from EG.